Please wait. Time elapsed. 1 minute. Okay, so now I'm recording. All right, well, I thought I would do a little video on the fear of flying. You see, here's my hands. I have no notes. And I've looked at some of the stuff that's online. I think it's fearoflying.com, and Virgin Airlines has a video, a YouTube video on fear of flying. And I thought I would talk about my fear of flying, and I have one. And I'm 63 years old, and believe it or not, I've never been on an airplane. And I know they tell you they're safe and all that stuff, but airplanes do crash on occasion, so they're not 100% safe. I think my fear of flying came about because about uh, 34 years ago, yeah, it's been that long, I had a serious fall from a cliff at Bolsa Chica State Beach in California. And I was going down the cliff and got about 2/3 of the way. It was probably, I don't know how many feet it is, 50-foot cliff. I got about 2/3 of the way down, and I jumped from one rock to another, and kind of half ran, half fell, really more falling. It was very steep, and maybe, I don't know, 20 to 40 feet, I guess, and crashed onto a rock, landed right on a rock on the beach in my midsection, and ruptured my spleen. And some people saw me fall from the cliff, and they called the paramedics and all that. And to make a long story short, it was exceedingly painful, and I almost died. And very, very, very painful. And since that time, I've had a fear of heights. For example, I would go down to the City Hall in Los Angeles. I remember going up there into the upper floors of the building down there. And there's a place where you can walk out on the elevators, and you're up there looking down. And that would cause fear and panic. Fear, mostly fear. So in the years, I just kind of learned to stay away from heights. Sometimes I would cross a bridge if it was a steep a bridge where, I would get a little panic crossing a bridge, or, um, high buildings. I just did not like high places. And on occasion, I would, on uh, something would arise where I'd need to take an airplane. I remember one time I had to go to Salem, Oregon from Southern California, and it would have been convenient to fly, but I just took the drive instead. So, so I've always driven, and I've been honestly afraid to fly. And it doesn't matter, people can tell you that it's safe and all that sort of stuff, but I get a compulsive reaction of fear sometimes. To give you an example, that's maybe about 10 years ago. Well, I was trying to overcome this fear. I went up on a Ferris wheel with a girlfriend and a friend of mine. We got up to and I was able to make myself go on the Ferris wheel. We got up to the top of the Ferris wheel, and we're up there high, exposed, and I panicked and reached out and grabbed the center pole in the Ferris wheel and was holding on to it for dear life. And yeah, so that's the kind of reaction that I had. Now, let's see. Um, oh, yeah. And I became a born again Christian about, well, let's see, when was that? This 2000, early 2011. And so I decided, well, maybe now my fear of heights would be gone, and I tested myself out down in Disneyland. They have a I decided I'd go on the Tower of Terror, and this was about November of 2012, somewhere around there. Yeah, October, maybe October of 2012. And the Tower of Terror is a big, I don't know, maybe a 10-story building, 15-story building, whatever it is, with an elevator that goes up at the top. And when you get to the top, the doors fly open, and you see how high you are, and then the elevator drops down as if the elevator is failing. That's what it feels like. And so I went on that, and and I was scared to death. I had my little nieces that are less than 10 years old or around that age, and they had a great time going up and in the thing, and I'm scared to death. The elevator's dropping down, and I'm yelling out, oh God, what have I done? Oh God, oh God. And then on top of that, it goes down, and then it goes back up and goes down again. It goes up and down, and I'm scared, and I have the hell scared out of me, to be honest with you. But I did have the courage to go on the um, on the Tower of Terror. And then after that, there was a ride called the Tilt-A-Whirl, and we went on the Tilt-A-Whirl. The Tilt-A-Whirl goes around and around and around, has like arms like a spider that goes up. And you know what? That scared me too, to be honest with you, because it's open, it's exposed. You're sitting in the little. I was sitting in the little thing. I had my two little nieces with me, and I'm open and I'm exposed, and I'm going up, and it's probably not really that high. I don't know, 30 feet in the air. Even if you fell out, you might break an arm or a leg or something, and chances are you'd survive. But anyhow, being in that tilt-a-whirl, being exposed like that, something about being exposed to the open air just caused a reaction of fear. Like just a, just a compulsive reaction of fear being in there. And my little nieces were laughing. Oh, he's afraid. He's afraid. And they say, "There's nothing to be afraid of." Well, it didn't matter. Didn't matter. Also, when I was up, I had something I was going to say about the Tower of Terror. Oh yeah, when I was up in the Tower of Terror, um, oh, when the doors opened at the top, that goes up to the top of the building, and the doors open, it was so high up, and I had to look down. It's the looking down at the heights. I couldn't look down. I had to shut my eyes. I was just scared to death. My friend over here is laughing. There she is. You see her? She she's laughing. So that's where it stands to this day. Now, however, this video is being made whatever the date today is, Monday, the I don't know, it's in September of 2013, and I have booked the flight on an airplane going out of Medford, Oregon to Southern California. Not only have I booked the flight, it's on a plane. It's not a jet. It's a turboprop with the propellers. I understand that those are a little bit more scarier to ride in. And not only am I going from Medford to Los Angeles, the plane is going up, and going to San Francisco, landing, and you have to get off. You have to wait in San Francisco. Then I'm getting on another plane in a jet. It's going up and flying to Los Angeles. And you know what? The weather is not. It's supposed to be rainy, a little bit rainy. So I'm apprehensive, and I'm making this video. We'll see. I mean, it's possible at the last moment I might just chicken out. I don't really know. I don't think I'm going to, but if it's raining and all that, I did get myself. Oh, one other thing. One other thing. While I was at Disneyland, I rode on the monorail. Now, the monorail is not that high, but I think it's just as high as the Tilt-A-Whirl, and the monorail goes around Disneyland. But for some reason, that didn't bother me because the monorail is enclosed. You know, you're just like a train. It's like you're in an enclosure, and you're not going to fall out. So, except for once or twice when the monorail got a little bit shaky for whatever reason, it really didn't bother me too much to be on the monorail. So that's it. So I don't know what's going to happen. Like I say, I'm scheduled to fly on Wednesday. It's going to be raining. I suppose I could just flip out and panic and not get on the plane. In which case, if that happens, you'll probably never see this video because I'll be a little bit embarrassed. And we'll just make it private or something. Um, but if I'm able to get on the plane and the plane goes all the way to San Francisco, lands, gets to LA, and doesn't crash, and they don't crash very often, then I'll have I'll have well, I don't know if I'll still be afraid of flying or not. I may not like it, but I'll at least have done it. And it seems to me like a person really shouldn't live their whole life in fear. So um, yeah, I'm making this video. I don't know if there's anything, and I've watched all the online stuff and talked to people, and you know, it doesn't intellectually to tell somebody, oh, airplanes are safer. They're safer than driving a car. They seldom, they seldom. Doesn't really help a whole lot because all I got to do is see the plane up real high, see the height, and I just get kind of spooky. And I booked an aisle seat, and I have a secret weapon. Secret weapon, but I'm not going to tell you what the secret weapon is because if I do get on the flight and everything goes well, I'll be making another video and I'll tell you about the secret weapon. And if this is the only video you see, it may mean that I got on the flight and went and the flight crashed and I got killed. And if that happens, yeah, just look, do a Google search, see if a plane crashed September. What is the date today, Susan? Do you know? Oh, it's the 23rd, and okay. So, ooh, oh, excuse me, I had to check the date. Today's the 23rd. The flight is leaving on the 25th. So check for a plane crash September 25th, 2013, going out of Medford, Oregon. And if it crashed and people died and all that, then you might want to reconsider flying on an airplane. Anyhow, that's where I'm at, and thank you very much for watching. This is part one. There'll be a part two, probably, God willing.